Interesting week for the market. With even the kitchen sink thrown at the market, this market is back, and how? I mean, that just speaks about the kind of support that we're getting from the domestic institutions.
This boy once told me at an event, he said, looks, it seems like God is an Indian, right? Whatever you throw at this market,
It
it's
just bounces
been,
back. Yeah.
Something is there for Fridays. I don't know what's happening every Friday. The way markets come back and pull back is how, we probably just be in a sideways or a negative market for the entire week till Thursday, and all of a sudden Friday, it's just like, from nowhere today's rally came, right? I mean, 400 points on the Nifty, and we've just recovered all the losses what we saw throughout.
God is Indian. He doesn't want to spoil your weekend.
and he particularly likes Friday. So, I think, but let me just take two minutes to outline what has happened, because we've had a really, I think we will remember this sort of 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks, because they've been really, I don't use the word seminal lightly, but really something for global macro markets in that sense, right? We've had Walls, for example, went to, they were crisis grade, back to 2000, 2020, 2008, 2020 level walls in many markets. And all of that has cooled off and come back to, it's almost as if nothing happened. If you went to sleep, on the 31st of July and sort of woke up now, you'd say, well, we're right there. Nice Goldilocks kind of situation, not too hot, not too cold, waiting for central banks to ease. But in between, you had a bit of a mini heart attack, which has happened. I'll not go through what happened back then. I'll just outline the bounce that we've had from the recent lows. The low which was made for global markets was the 5th of August. And just some numbers will give you the idea. First of all, NASDAQ's recovery over the last couple of days basically now means that it's actually flat on the month now. I mean, it's not down 4%, 5%. At one point, it was down 9%. It's not. It's flat on the month. So that's the kind of recovery we've seen. S&P 500 has added about $4 trillion in market capitalization from the low on the 5th of August. I mean, you're throwing around trillions of dollars. And there was an FT article which said, well, why is the Japanese market trading like a penny stock? But this is the S&P 500, and it's added $4 trillion from the lows. NVIDIA, one stock, added $700 billion in market cap from the lows on the 5th of August. I was looking at a particular the semiconductor space is the real leader in the US. And an ETF which tracks it closely, it's widely followed, is up 18% from that low on the 5th of August. The CBOE Wix, the wall, I mean, that's basically back to pre-jobs data, back to 15 levels. The high was 65. So, I mean, the question really is, do we go back to that same kind of looking up? Maybe the pace varies depending on who you ask, but the trajectory is up, and we've kind of put all this worry behind us. Also, Sonia, I was looking at the NSE 500 group of stocks from the 31st of July till now, because the high for that index was the 31st of July, and it's a broad-based index. I could only find 60 stocks out of 500